Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyre69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, this is a carry. We've got some OP replays for you. We've got the Object 752U and we've got a Progetto 65. Two really good tanks. Two very, very good tanks. Now, the first one, the Object 752U. Now, he's going to play very, very good. He's going to get himself in good position and he's going to use the strengths of the tank, and it's got a very good hull, it's got a very good auto loader, and in my opinion this is one of the best tier 9s in the game. So he is in a platoon with a Foch there, and again the Foch is very underrated. The tier 9 is very much underrated. It's got great DPM and it can cause a lot of damage. If played correctly, it can be absolutely brutal. Now, it is a tier 10 game and they are in tier 9, so it's going to be a little bit tricky, but they're going to play absolutely brilliantly. So this guy here, the 50B, has decided to just get wrecked. You know, not even a minute gone, he's just decided, you know, I want to deal some damage. Yeah, he'd done a little bit of damage against the Foch, but he got absolutely ripped apart. Now, I'm not quite sure if it was worth it or not. But now there is still a few other tanks around here. Now, not everybody is spotted. I think some of the enemy team went on the right side. So at the minute, only the E50M is spotted. But you got to be careful when the enemy are not spotted. You got usually people rush them, like, he's on his own, let's go rush him. If the tank's not spotted, then you don't know where they will be. So you have to assume that they are there. And that's what people don't do often enough. If there's only one tank spotted, they usually just get rushed thinking that they're on their own, and all of a sudden as they rush, the other tanks are spotted, and then it's just too late. It's too late to turn back. You're committed and you've just got to carry on and just deal as much damage as you can before you die. But yeah, so always bear in mind, if there's only one tank spotted, there's still 6 or 5 that are not spotted, so you just have to assume that they are there. If they're not, then great, you can then push once you know. So right now it is a 6 versus 6. These guys are in a decent position. The E50M is very low hit points. The 60 TP is pretty much hold down, so there's not a lot of weak points on him. But the 752 can find those weak points. So he's got 3k damage, and the best thing about these autoloaders is you can really pump up that damage quickly, and you don't realize how much damage you've actually done. So 3k damage, it doesn't look like he's done 3k damage so far. So now he's got over 3k. He is focusing on this 60 TP. It's a good tank to go for. He can't get the shot on the E50M. Of course, if you can get that shot, the E50M is probably the tank that you need to clear first. Even though the 60 TP is a high alpha, it's a very strong tank, it doesn't have the DPM that the E50 has got, or the mobility that the E50 has got. So if you can get rid of that E50M first, then that has to be the priority. But don't just go and risk your hit points and get wrecked to get rid of him. Just do it, you know, in a timely manner, and you will be okay. So, and this is exactly what this guy does. And this is why this game is such a good game, because he's not risking any of his hit points. He wants to save his hit points. He knew that the E50M was a one shot, and he didn't want to go out until he knew that he could. He waited for the 60 TP to back up, and then he made his way forward, because right now it's a 4 versus 4. This Emil is a one shot, and there are a couple of other low hit point tanks. So he's going to need his hit points, or he may need his hit points later on in the game. So now the Object 704 is there. Of course, he's going to try and get that shot. He is backing up. Now, the problem is the T92 E1, well, the T92 is on his left side, but he can't go around the to get rid of that guy, because if he does, he's gonna get shot from the Object 704, and he knows this. This is why he's backing up. Wasn't quite sure where the waffle was, and now he knows where the waffle is. He can go forward, but look what he's doing. There is a rock to his right that he was using, and now there is that E75. So he's using these to cover himself from the Object 704, so he could take out that T92. So now that he is gone, it's a 2 versus 2. Personally, I would have pretty much reloaded my 2 shells before I get to the object 704. He didn't do that, but now he's on a reload. He's just about to reload. He's already bounced 1.9 or 1.7k damage, so now he should be able to take this guy out no problem whatsoever, unless he misses or unless he can't quite get the shot, but he does take that time and finally gets the kill. So 4 kills now and just the waffle remaining. Now he can't take a shot, he has to wait. There is a guy behind him which he's hoping will actually get the kill. He's on a reload, so there's no point sacrificing yourself because this could easily still be a loss. So he still has to be very, very careful, but he does finally get the kill. 5 kills and a very, very good game, and he kept his cool and he made the right decisions, and that is why they won the game, and that is why he got almost 7.5k damage. So well played. A very, very good game there, and a well-deserved ace. So that is that game. The 752, again, like I said, I think it's one of the best tier 9s in the game, and if you are able to get the tank for cheap, then it definitely is worth picking up. So well played, Satnav, well played. And next up we have Christo, I think it is, in the Progetto for 65. Now again, a very, very good tank. I've recently done a video on the tank just stating how good this tank can actually be. It is the auto reloading gun, which I absolutely love. I love these auto reloading guns just because it gives you the option on how to play the tank, and that is what I absolutely love. I love the variety of options that you've got for this. So there is quite a few tanks around this side of the map. He's already got 1300 damage there with his magazine, and again, he does play this absolutely perfect. He reloads when he thinks he needs to reload, and then he uses it as a one-shot when he needs to use it as a one-shot, and that is what I love what people do. So he's reloaded 3 shells. He can now release 3 shells into this FV4005 until the waffle gets in the way, and then he's going to get that 3rd shell, and then he's going to back up. He's always looking around him, and he's looking very carefully, because now he's going to go for the 50B. Does he need to reload 3 shells? No, he only needs to reload 2. So that is why he's going to reload 2 shells, go forward and get the 1st shot, and a beautiful HE shot into the side. So again, I love that. He knew that he didn't have to waste that time in reloading that 3rd shell. He knows that 2 shells will be enough to kill that AMX, and now he's up against tanks with more hit points than well, almost full hit points. It will be best for him to pump up that DPM if he reloads the 3 shells. So that is exactly what he's gone and done. He's reloaded the 3 shells, and he's got all 3 shells out into that Kranvagen. And then he's going to hide again. He's going to hide again, and he's going to go on the reload. Of course, I always say, if you've got a shot, take it, because that shot might not be there. But there's always situations where it's probably not a great idea to take that shot. Maybe it's a better idea to just reload. So he's got all 3 shells reloaded now. He's going to go down because he knows he can clear this waffle. There's 1 shot, 2 shots, and the Jaegeru there is going to take him out, and he's going to get the 3rd shot into the Kranvagen. But there goes the Jaegeru, and it is now a 2 versus 2. Of course, the E100 here is full hit points, and now is probably the time where he's going to just start using it as a one-shot, because he's able to reload 1 shell, take out that guy, and now it is just him versus an E100. Now, he could circle this guy, but unfortunately the E100 is in a position where he can't really circle him. So it is probably best in this situation just to use it as a single shot gun. And he's pumping up that damage. He really is pumping up that damage. He could go for the track here, which he's going to go for. That just buys him a little bit more time. So what you want to do in this situation is what this guy does. He does it absolutely perfectly. He's going to get the guy down to a 3 shot where he knows he will be able to clear him in 3 shots, and that is what he's at now. He's on a 3 shot, potential 3 shot. So instead of I would have maybe gone for 1 more, because you're full hit points. You can actually risk taking a shot on this in this situation, but he's got plenty of time. But instead he decides to reload all 3 shots, but because he has to use heat, he is going to do less damage, and he's not going to be able to take this guy out in 3 shots, but he's going to get him down to a 1 shot. And again, all he now has to do is just reload one shell. He doesn't have to wait for the full magazine, just one shell, and that will be enough. So I just wanted to add that game because I thought it was a fantastic game and a perfect way to show how to play an auto reloading gun. So well played, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Bye bye for now.